a T and a division sign. Do you see that? If you click on that, it gives you a box up here where we can write in our answer. The reason that I like to do this on here, if you'll put your cursor on that little black T, you can move this, actually. Yeah.
You have to.
I think you have to put a T in. I'll start typing something to be able to move it.
No, you don't. I just hold down the T.
Okay. Now I have it open so it's not in my way, but I really don't like it to look like this because I want to be able to, is it the T? There's one of them that,
You hold down the one.
No, you hold on the. Look, I can move it.
Okay.
Yeah, you drag the box.
I'm trying.
No, grab the white box. Grab just the box, not the blue dot. Just the white box.
This part right here.
Yeah, just grab it. You just have to click it.
Just drag the black box like I'm doing.
I know that's what I thought. Oh well, I'm just not going to move it right now. It's not that important. I just thought that it might make it easier for you to see. Okay, so how many feet longer is the Millennium Force than the California Screamin'? We know how to do that, R.A. We've been doing that all year. Who can give me a great sentence restating the question with our answer in it? Connor.
What was the answer again?
523 feet.
520. The Millennium Force is 520 feet longer than the California Screamin'. Hello.
Yes. Just tell them I'll come up there and get it in a minute.
She'll come and get it in a second.
Okay, now, one thing that I do want to point out, and this is just good grammar and good practice. Notice how I uppercased Millennium Force and California Screamin', and I used a little apostrophe at the end to show that I left off a G. I am doing all of that because it is right here in the problem for me to see, and I should be able to copy that easily. My words should be spelled right. Things that need to be capitalized should be capitalized. The Millennium Force is 523 feet longer than the California Screamin'. You need to have your unit in there. Now, who can remember, what did I say the next word, our next sentence should start with what word? Yes.
It should start with
First. First I. And then what did we do? Oh, not that. What did we do?
Oh.
Noah.
You subtracted the Millennium Force by the California Screamin'.
Except we're going to write a number. So instead of saying the Millennium Force, we're going to say, first I subtracted 6,595 minus 6,072 equals 523. You have to have equals and an answer for it to be a full equation. So first I subtracted 6,595 feet minus 6,072 feet equals 523 feet because why? Why did I subtract those two numbers? Why did I use 6,072? Which, look what I noticed. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong here?
You put a decimal point.
I put a decimal point, and that's a big deal because that's a totally different number. Okay, so you need to go back and read it and see if that's what you really meant to write. That's a big deal because 6 and 72 thousandths is a lot different than 6,072. Yes, Ethan? Oh, Finley can help you. Okay, but why did I pick 6,595? Why is that a number that I used? Sam?
Because the number, it says how many feet longer is the Millennium Force than the California Screamin'.
Okay, so that's why we subtracted, but why did I use that number, 6,595?
Because it says length in feet, and then it says for the Millennium Force 6,595.
Okay.
California
Because the Millennium Force is 6,595 feet and the California Screamin' is 6,072 feet. And really, that's enough. We have to tell what the equation is and then why we chose each number. Okay, I do like that Sam said it says how many feet longer so I know to subtract. But I don't think you really need to have that. I really think you just need to explain why you chose each number. And then again, I cannot, buddy, you're welcome to move closer. I cannot stress to you enough how important it is to just go back and read it and make sure it says what you want it to say. I am sitting here doing it in front of you and on camera, and I just made a critical error. Okay? So go back and read it. The Millennium Force is 523 feet longer than the California Screamin'. First I subtracted 6,595 feet minus 6,072 feet equals 523 feet because the Millennium Force is 6,595 feet and the California Screamin' is 6,072 feet. And that's good enough. Okay, go back and read it and make sure it says what you want it to. Now, who can tell me why do we need to be able to write this? Why is this important? Who remembers? Why is this important? When you're home doing your spiral and your mom and dad are like, huh, why would she make you write all this about this story problem? What are you going to say? Why, Alec?
Because it's good to practice, because we'll have to use it all our life.
Well, maybe. Sam?
Because we'll have to use it on island.
iLearn. When you do iLearn this year, you don't get to turn in your work. You don't get to turn in those scribble marks that show that you actually subtracted 6,595 minus 6,072. So what happens is if you subtract incorrectly and you just write up there 513 feet, you get 0 points. But if you write this and they knew that you knew to subtract, and they knew that you knew what two numbers to subtract and why, you'll get a point. You'll still miss a point because you didn't subtract correctly. But you will get a point because you knew you were supposed to subtract and you told them that. That's why this is important. Because 1 point is better than 0 points. Okay? Are there any questions about this? Sam? Okay, I'll help you. Or Nolan can help you. Yes, sir.
I just wanted to say that my mom thought the Voyage was the smallest coaster there, probably one of the little ones. And then we go on it, and after a guy said it was the tallest one there.
Yeah.
Wait,
McKenna, you can stop the video. Okay, are there any other questions